All right, friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen, and this is Growing Zone 9B. All right, so today we need to talk about a little something that I thought a lot of people maybe knew, but they don't. So you know what? I got a platform, and I'm gonna use it. So I've been telling you guys that the pollen's been really high, allergies have been kicking. I showed you guys the pool. The pool's just loaded in pollen. So a lot of my friends and stuff have been having like sneezing, coughing, you know, runny nose, all that stuff is going on as I sit outside in the pollen. But Miss Carrie, as you guys know, I talk about her a lot. I need to bring her on my channel one day so that we can talk about stuff. She's such a wonderful person. I love having her in my life, but she has not been doing well, and she gave me permission to talk about this. So she has been coughing and coughing and coughing. And, you know, just me personally listening to her, I'm like, man, you know, I used to work in a hospital, and I'm like, you sound like you've got like bronchitis. She ended up, she wound up in the hospital. She's got like some asthma issues, some other stuff going on. Like I said, the pollen is just incredible this year. There are so many people that are sick, but she's not the only one that's not feeling well. I have other friends and coworkers that are not doing well with this heavy pollen and just sicknesses that have been going around. It seems like once one of my friends gets over a sickness, another sickness kind of like encroaches on them. So I think really, like, this is just me talking. We all know about the MNRA, all that stuff, right? So that may be playing a factor into the continuum of illnesses that we are seeing in the spike in just like people not being able to kind of recover as quickly as we once did. So that's just me personally thinking. I know a lot of people are like, no, that's just a conspiracy, this and that. Listen, you guys have to do your own research. You have to, you know, figure stuff out on your own. I am not here to kind of debate those pieces. I think anybody watching my channel probably is leaning in the same direction as me. I think vaccines are good, but I think that the initiation of the recent vaccine was probably a little quicker than it should have been. I think people in, let's just say, the uppers probably wanted to see how many sheep were out there, and there was clearly a lot of sheep, a lot of panic. Remember, the media, television tells lies to my vision. So think about it. I have sat there and watched when hurricanes have come through, and these people are like, oh, it's so bad, it's so terrible, look at this. They're like leaning into the wind and stuff, and I'm like, bro, you're not even in the main of the hurricane yet. Like, they're just trying to create a story, and I think that sometimes the media will make things out to be bigger than what it is. Now, I'm not saying that COVID didn't exist. I definitely believe that COVID exists. I definitely think that maybe people want to play around with people's DNAs. You know, listen, there's lots of theories that we could go into, but right now that's actually not really what this discussion is about. I wanted to bring to your attention, and I took some to Miss Carrie today. If you all are starting to feel kind of worn down, always do your research, always consult with your physician. I am not a doctor. I do not play one on YouTube. I am in the field of mental health, and I do have a certificate in alternative medicine. So I do understand, you know, things that are of the natural world to kind of help you to heal, not just mentally, but also potentially physically. So I want to bring this to you all, and you all do your own research, but it is oil of oregano, right? So oil of oregano, this is from Micro Ingredients. This one has black seed oil, okay? It's GMO free, gluten free, lab tested. There are 300 pills in here. I'm gonna pull one out so that you guys can see it. It almost looks like a little vitamin E tablet. It's not that, you know, big as you can see here. It's obviously looking larger because it's in the camera. All right, so the importance of oregano is number one, watered down, okay? You can swish it. Make sure if you take one of these, number one, you're not pregnant. Number two, don't provide this to a child. I don't recommend that. If you have oil of oregano in a droplet, I mean, you may want to do 1 drop. If you've got a middle schooler, you do what's best for you. I'm not going to tell you what to do when it comes to children. As an adult that's not on any other medications that could conflict with oil of oregano, definitely you can take 2 soft gels. Now for me, I recommend that you take 1 in the morning and then you would take 1 at night. That's what I do for myself. So I'm going to tell you my journey. If it were me and I was sick and I wasn't feeling good, I'm going to take 1 in the morning, and if I'm still waking up not feeling well, you're going to take 1 at night. So here's the important pieces of that. It's antimicrobial. It's got, it's an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties. I'm going to read this one little section to you from my iPad and my own research. Is that here's what I think is like really cool and important about oil of oregano, is that some studies suggest that oil of oregano may inhibit the growth of certain bacteria and lung cancer cells. Okay. Like anything that's killing cancerous cells to me is really good. Now, you never want to overdo anything. Definitely, there could be potential, toxicity, I think, if you overdid anything. You could get like adverse reactions like diarrhea, vomiting, all those normal type of things that could happen if you overdo something. So you don't want to go that route, obviously. Do what is recommended, but do it with caution, especially if you've never used oil of oregano. I recommend that you drink it with something, definitely push a lot of fluids like water, because that is really sharp on the stomach. Oil of oregano is really intense to me personally. So you definitely want to be drinking something as you would anytime that you didn't feel well to begin with, okay? I have my green juice. I just juiced when I came home from work. I got some clients, so I gotta go run and take care of them soon. But because I knew that people weren't feeling well, I wanted to make sure that, health isn't just about, oh, I'm gonna pop some oil of oregano and life's gonna be good. Friend, you gotta be doing this too. Cucumber, bell pepper, parsley, ginger, a little bit of carrot, sweeten it up. I put some Redmond's Real in there so that way we're getting our vitamins that we need, our real minerals in our life. It's really important that you're doing that. And I added I think maybe 8 sprigs of stalks of celery. I just put it through the juicer and good to go. This is the stuff that you have to be doing. You can't eat these fast foods and then turn around and start to feel worn down and sick and then go, why am I sick? You can't sit at your desk all day and then say, man, I'm so tired, I don't know what's going on. You're mentally killing yourself along with physically killing yourself. You've got to get up, you've got to take your breaks. I'm personally really bad about that. I know that. So I'm preaching to myself when it comes to this, that we got to be taking our breaks. We got to be juicing. We got to be eating healthy. We got to be getting out there and growing. There are so many wonderful components to oil of oregano. I will tell you this, it has a tendency to lower blood sugar. So just think about that, especially if you are hypoglycemic, that may affect you. So if you start to feel like you're a little bit like getting low, don't let that happen to you, okay? So again, do your own research. Many doctors though are gonna tell you, oh, don't take that, it's not gonna help you. Let me tell you what, you got strep, that's a big thing down here where I'm at. There's always people getting strep. That just seems to be really common, especially with kids. A lot of kids get strep. And so what you can do is, I've showed you guys this before, is you're gonna take a little bit of apple cider vinegar or even white vinegar if you have it, dilute it down with warm water like you would do like a regular salt and water gargle, and you're gonna throw that back and gargle it. At least do it 3 times a day, and when you do that, I'm telling you, it will really kill and knock out that streptococcal virus. So it's not an end-all be-all. If you're not feeling well, again, go to your doctor, but it really does help. You're getting strep, throw a couple of these down. Take 1 in the morning, 1 at night, get up, do it the next day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. You want to help your body build up its immunity, and that's how we do it. Nature is amazing, nature can heal, and we have lost our way. I say that repeatedly. This is why it's important that you guys know your oils, you know your herbs. The internet shut down, something happened, and you couldn't get to this video or other videos similar to it. You guys need to be writing this stuff down, because at some point they're going to yank this off of YouTube and they're going to be like, oh, you're giving people advice. No, I'm telling you what I do, and if you choose to implement it, I'm telling you to consult with your doctor and do your own research. But I'm telling you that it is out there, and that this may be something that you and your family needs to look at, because you don't want to necessarily just be completely dependent on antibiotics, because antibiotics, that's a whole nother ball game. Okay, time and place for antibiotics. But all right, the other thing that I like to implement, I get quite a bit of sun. I'm out here in the garden, but there's a lot of folks that don't get the sun. They fear the sun, they think they're going to get cancer. There's all these things. So a lot of people just don't even have the sun available to them. By the time they leave for work, it's dark. When they come home, it's dark. So they're not taking care of themselves. Vitamin D3. Again, this is from Micro Ingredients. This has coconut oil in it as part of the gel capsule. I'll take one out. It honestly smells like amazing. It smells to me like coconut jelly beans. I love coconut anyway. I'm a tropical girl. I love anything that's that type of flavor. I love coconut. So look how tiny that is. This is actually super, super tiny. It's smaller than a jelly bean would be. Throw this back. You need this on the daily if you are not getting outside and getting, you know, the health benefits from the sun. I do recommend that though. Grounding yourself is another thing when you're not feeling well. We have talked about that. Really important. I've been taking this on the daily because a lot of times I am spending time in the office. You know, I'm not always getting out, and then I'm turning around. I have clients, you know, and so I'm at different locations. I may be, you know, out and about. I'm telling you, it's like, and when you're surrounding yourself with other people, you don't know what germs and cooties they have. So, you know, keep that in mind. You gotta keep your immune system up. So look into that, do your own research. But this is a really great company. I like how they do their testing, and I think that that's really important. Some people don't want to invest that kind of money, but this is how I see it, is you either invest in your health and your body now, or you will end up paying for it somewhere down the road, and nobody wants that. You don't want to be elderly in the hospital, sick. I'm not saying this is an end-all be-all, because that still may happen to you. What I'm saying is do your best to help your body now. The other thing is, as you can hear, I'm getting more stuffier as I'm sitting out here and the wind is blowing. All that pollen. I have been doing the Manuka honey drops, okay? Here is the Manuka honey drops that I've been using. These are organic. They have lemon. They are great. This is actually from New Zealand. So New Zealand, this is organic, GMO free. This is, you can get this on Amazon. This is a really great product. Instead of maybe getting like, what is it, like, I don't want to say any names of any like cough drop companies, but any cough drops that are kind of over the counter may not be the best for you. So this doesn't give you that menthol-y kind of weirdness. I never understood why they did the whole menthol thing, other than to kind of open up your head and your like sinuses and stuff. But like, I just don't like that. I don't really like mint flavors. I'm not really that big of a fan of it. I will every now and then have a little something with mint, but it's just not the biggest thing on my book, right? So this is just really nice. It's just got some really good health benefits. I will try to put this in the notes below so that you guys have that, so you can do your own research into both of these companies and figure out if that's what's going to work best for you. But again, Mother Nature heals. So make sure you are doing what you need to do to take care of yourself. All right, I know this is kind of a short video for me because I have a tendency to really just talk it up for you all. But I just wanted you to get that message that you got to be finding ways to implement things that are good for your system. All right, everyone, until next time, love one another, be kind, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.